Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Chip's Cabinet, where we take what we have and see what we can do with it. Today we have Petite sirloins, some gravy, butter, garlic, and we want to make sure we mix everything together in a Teflon skillet to avoid a sticky mess. The gravy I made a couple days ago when I was cooking some pork chops. The Petite sirloins I bought yesterday at the local market. And we're going to mix all that up in just a little bit as soon as the butter rins and put it together and see what we can come up with. I am not a chef, but a really good friend of mine who's a chef has told me that the best thing to use when you're dealing with a dish like this is minced garlic. So I measured nothing, to be honest. I put whatever amount of butter I thought would be good into the skillet. Measured amount of minced garlic, maybe a spoonful. What I'm doing right now is just browning the garlic, and in just a moment I'm going to be placing the steaks in the garlic and butter. The steaks are cooking through really well, but I noticed I got a problem with my skillet and the balance here because all of the butter and the garlic is moving toward the back end of the skillet, and I want that to go into the sirloin, into the meat, to keep it moist and get in that good flavor. So I simply moved the sirloin steaks to the back of the pan. We'll keep cooking and we'll be flipping them shortly. See how they turned out. The steaks have been cooking up nicely. I flicked them a couple times. It's been about 7 minutes, maybe 3.5 to 4 minutes on each side. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to add some gravy. Now this gravy I made a couple days ago for some pork chops, but I figure I had it in the refrigerator, so I may as well use it. I'm going to add that to the sirloin steaks in just a moment and see what we come up with. I was hoping that the gravy would thicken up a little bit. Now that hasn't happened, but there will be some flavor in there. I could have added some cornstarch, I believe, or maybe some flour, but I'm not a chef and I'm really hungry, so I really didn't want to wait for the gravy to thicken up. We're going to give it a couple more minutes and see how it turns out. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Chip's Cabinet, where we see what we have and see what we can do with it. Have a good day.